Alright, so welcome back. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fabulous day here today. I was kind of bored, and I was like, you know what? How can I test this team over here, the collab team, on the demonic piece? So I said, like, there's no reason to make like demonic piece videos anymore. More so you can clear all of them now. And as newer units release, obviously they just get power craft harder. Like the demonic beast, right? So in this case, I didn't do a bird guide, I didn't do a deer guide, but I wanted to try SKOLL and HATI without Thonar. And bro, it actually worked pretty freaking well. If you have this team, you can operate it without Thonar. And if you don't have the relic of Thonar as well, you can operate this. It's literally just no Thonar needed. So just wanted to challenge myself, and I wanted to show this as well. For anybody that needs this, if you pull the collab units, you can actually build this team and unironically do pretty well. I'll give you a bit of things that you want to avoid doing and what you need to know, and it's a pretty decent video. So today, let's hop into it. New to the channel, like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. I'll show the team and entire comp at the end of the video, but first let's get through the guide and the showcase. So let's get into that. First things first, we load in over here. Pretty simply, I didn't speed this video up by any means because it's only 11 minutes long. So like that's a normal clear. A clear with like Thonar is like 10 minutes. So this isn't bad by any freaking means or anything like that. I'll be honest that I didn't have to reset on any stage except the third stage. I reset one time because I made a mistake where I used instead of using one of the blue cards, I merged the blue cards and proceeded to lose the debuff removal, right? How this team works is, and why this is super good is, so the three on the right are basically buffing each other 10 times over. Escanor just doesn't need buffs, he just needs to be there. That's simply it. You're just having Escanor for the death damage and everything, which is super good to have. You can replace Escanor for anybody else you find that might work with this team. I wanted to just see if Escanor could do it, and he did. You can like run full fairy team maybe, like maybe the survivability from King and such could help you. I don't know, that could definitely be a case. But for me, this worked, again, just flawlessly, but right over there we have Beta, we have Alpha, we have Lance, and we have Escanor. Why we're running this team, so the only issue here is Ignite debuffs, right? Or debuffs, great. Debuffs. And why you have Beta is she gets rid of those debuffs for you pretty well. And she also applies so much defense that it's not even funny. You have so many basic stats, so you can lifesteal so much. And then Lance brings death damage, while Escanor brings death damage. So you have two characters that hit damage, or death damage, and then you have Alpha who hits damage cap. So you have a very powerful and hard-hitting team here. All you ever want to do is just save Lance cards, the Lance AoE, when it causes death damage. You just want to save those. And I would recommend never to merge them, because the more you have with that, the quicker you get through each stage. I went for a merge here, because it was first floor. I wasn't really like stressing or anything. So it worked out pretty well, but just to show it to you over here, we're going to go and I think just pop Lance's AoE, and you'll see it, how much it does on the death damage and everything. And that's again why we're bringing Escanor, just for additional that, so we can bypass as much damage cap as possible. But you can replace Escanor, bro. It's free to replace him. If anybody else, maybe a fairy unit that buffs survivability and such, could be just Fairy King, Harlequin. You could even say LR King. It would work. It's a heal card and a buff card, so I don't know. It could be a really good clear with that as well. So over here we use Alpha. You see it hits very hard, and then Alpha's non-leveled up card also hits very hard, damage cap. So that's there. For ults over here, I had a Alpha ult and I had a Escanor ult, but you clearly see again, if you just had Lance's AoE, that does more than enough damage, bro. Because again, the death damage that it procs. But ult, and then I think Lance AoE, and then I think just punch with Lance. It was what we went for. There was no need to just like use the buff card, because we're good to go here. So ult 1, 814, nothing crazy. Over here 609, which is pretty good, and then Lance AoE over here that we saved, which will cause again the kill. I don't even think it didn't even need the death damage, so very good. That was very quick as well. 3 minutes into this match already, and then I left in the transition between the stages, so you just see it was a one take up until 4-3, which I had to just reset because again I combined a blue card, which I should have saved. And it was again very good clear without Thonar, a very good clear. Remember, like Bird, you can easily clear without Magilda. There's no real issue there unless you're trying to go 4th floor. Deer, Yorm is like good, but I've done a video, like 3-4 videos without Yorm. I rarely do without Thonar. So a team that works without Thonar is really good. I think only Goddess team could do it because of how tanky they are, and again what they provide. So in this case, again, we just kept burning cards. That's the entire point, and saving Lance's AoE. The more AoEs you get, that's the luckier and the quicker your run is going to be. Simply the case. But yeah, very, again, fun clear and such. But if there's any other teams you have in mind, let me know. If there's any other characters you have in mind, let me know. I might try out some of the other bosses here and see how they go. But for now, it's just, I don't think that you can you clear 4th floor Bird with this team? If anybody knows, please let me know. I don't think the collaboration can be used because you need to run like unknown units mostly. But This collaboration is all fairy, so very unlikely that it can actually happen because again of the applicable allies and such. So doesn't have that much of a team that you can run. But over here, this is why again we're running her. She gives 30% defense related stats, which is really good. And all her passive, she has a heal on her passive, right? Every turn, 15% is healed. Alpha also has a heal per whatever, which is also really good. And you see how much death damage that procs, dude. A ton. Lance is an absolute menace in this mode here. I think that we aren't able to full kill here. I think I made a mistake. So I should have, in this case, used, I think, Alpha's card. But I don't. Yeah, so I don't. If I used Alpha's card, I think we would have full killed. I just judged that Escanor would have done more. He didn't, right, sadly. He only did this much over here, which is like 321, right? He took 3 bars away. Lance does it a lot, but she does nothing. So if we used Alpha's card, we would have went through the stage here. Sadly, we didn't. So I just want to show you what it looks like also with the mess up, I guess you can say. But you clearly see how much damage we did. Alpha would have done that damage perfectly, but it's all good. Not like we made a hard mistake here. The recovery disable is the only thing that kind of annoys you. But I think what we do over here is we merge, which now gives us more stats going to the next round, more defense, right? Which is now like 40%, I think. I think it's 50% max, or maybe 50% second, and then 80% max. I don't even remember, dude. I don't remember the defense, but yeah, 50%, and then I think it's 80 maybe at the end. But pretty solid. We pop this over here, and now we just have to go in lifesteal. So I used Escanor just for AoE to lifesteal because he's like the only one that I'm worried about. And then over here I used Alpha, and you see if we use that Alpha card, we would have cleared that. So at least this was good. We stalled because now we can go into this turn with what? More ultimates, which helps us clear this turn faster. In this case, this ult is really good as well. If you take a look into it, she does offer for shadows, right? Increases their crit chance. So if you pop that first and then pop your shadow stacks, it would be pretty solid. But yeah, you can see it over here. What we do, I think we're able to full kill the left dog, and then I think we kill the next dog in a turn. Let me see. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we definitely didn't kill. Oof, off by a little bit. So here it's fine. Not like it's an issue by any means, but I think we killed the other dog quickly. I'm forgetting this clip. Let's see. I don't remember. I think we did. So again, Escanor took a lot of damage here. This is just where I get a little bit worried. So I'm like, okay, there's no debuff card, sadly. But I think that with this attack, he only has one attack over there on the right side. So we can definitely do this. And that's what I went for, which she'll do a ton of damage, a heap of damage. Escanor will be able to lifesteal again because of how he is as a character, just built different. So 200k, this is why I brought him, because I knew that he can handle it by himself and heal himself. And then because of this, Lance heals pretty well too. So altogether, got almost topped off the full health. Just a little sliver of health down. And then again, I did one reset, then I got back into here, so it'll be a cut clip. But all I messed up is, again, just wanted to let you know that yes, you want to save those blue cards, because if it comes to a point where you have those debuffs applied, it will suck if you take damage, because it will be like 5 or 6 attacks at the end, and with that applied, they will one-shot you, or two-shot you. So you need to be able to cleanse those buffs ASAP. And if you get extra, just pop them, dude. If you get like a silver, pop it before going in. Just the more health you have, the better. Even if it merges itself, it's just the more health you have, the better. But you can see over here again, this team is just beating down the dogs, bro. Just beating them down. Again, without Thonar's relic, that is some good freaking damage, bro. That is some good freaking damage. And again, you want to beat this each turn in the first turn in 2 turns, because remember what the other dog does. It applies a stance, and if it does that, you can't really cancel the stance with this team. I'm pretty sure. Maybe somebody has it. I just don't even know. So you just want to keep going and hammering away at the dog and such. But with all these attacks here, it's more than enough. I think I ruined this clip because I'm pretty sure what I did over here was I think that Alpha easily could have just taken it on her own. Or no, I did the right thing. Never mind. No, this is right. Definitely I wasted maybe the Lance punch, because that AoE was more than enough than just Escanor or Beta's attack. Because look how much this does, dude. He's dead. So I wasted those 2 cards. That's where I was pissed. But it's fine. No issue, I guess. Over here again, I think we stall 1 turn just because of building ult gauge and such. I think that's what I do. Yeah, let me verify real quick. So I pop that. I say, nah, never mind. I pop this. Cause a gold card over there. Pop that, and pop Alphas. Yep, there you go. So again, because there's no Lance AoE, not enough DPS to full clear, but it doesn't matter. We want to buy time here. So in this case, if we had a blue card, it would be amazing. because you will catch some debuffs over here, which are recovery disable debuffs, and they suck. They suck to have. So over here again, you didn't see we clearly didn't do enough damage. We got frozen here with no debuffs and such, or again no buff cards. So kind of sucked, but we got through it. We got through it. You will freeze here and there. That's obviously the case. I was like, okay, I just want to build ult gauge. So like, who can I build ult gauge for? I'll AoE so I get a merge. I'll do that over there, do that over there, and then I'll just get, I think. I'm pretty sure I just popped that to like, so I would have gotten a ult if I used Esconor's attack, but I want to save that card. I just popped, I think, Beta's card. I didn't give a damn. I just wanted the clear cards to get that buff card as soon as possible. Just to make sure I can get rid of these debuffs and such. Because remember, recovery disable sucks to have. Sucks. And here we go. Yeah. Remember though, Alpha's hitting 224 constantly, which is a super good number for her. So, you know, there's also that. There's also that point. But over here, I think that I go for the ult to apply all that for the shadows. Right? Let's see. I think I do that. Yeah. So I buff to get rid of the debuffs. That's the first one I do. Then I give the shadows their buff, and then I buff with lands, and then I buff, and then I just Escanor attack. Yeah. Not enough to kill, but again, we're stacked on per se stats and such. And now we have this buff card going through, so we're good to go. We're good to go. 383, nothing crazy. Over here, the death damage again hits real hard. And maybe we actually do kill the dog first. Maybe. That's just the power of lands, bro. That AoE is so strong. when it hits, dude, it hits so hard. And over here again, you see how much damage we take. It really isn't that much. Escanor was taking a bit, right? But it really isn't that much. And then the full heal goes through, or partial heal goes through. It's super good because, again, of her passive for beta. But over here, we just pop ults. I forgot what Lance's ult does. So I'm like, wait a second. Am I doing this right? And then I just, like, I said, yeah, I have the beta, or sorry, the AoE, so I'm definitely good. But you see over here, Escanor, without, again, buffs and such, is still hitting 142, upwards of 214, which is super nice. And then Lance over here, just again, with that damage, clears, and that's it. Done. No Thonar needed. You clearly see, so very, very good time. I had a blast doing this one. I'll show you what the build looks like, so that if you guys want to go and attempt it, you're more than welcome to. So I'll transition into gameplay now. So here we go, transition to the gameplay. This is the clear. I did it over here. If I hit set party, this is what it looks like. We had this with Tarmlink, because he's the only one that I was really worried about. I know that everybody else can handle their ones, except him. So that's what I did. Plus, I gave them HP defense, so I knew that they were good already. He has attack crit, so attack crit, HP defense, HP defense. And again, it's like their gear is not built perfectly. They're definitely far from perfect. Associations, I just ran with these ones, didn't really care about it. Yeah, technically, like, she's not really a human per se. I just put that on there. I was just messing around. It worked though. So again, mess with the obviously associations as you wear. Over here, card set is obviously the current one for Demonic Beast, which is for this one, the freeze. And then over here again, these are the gear sets: attack, crit, HP defense, and then again we just ran with 349 combat class, and we did great. So I had a blast with this one. I definitely think it was worth it. And if you are somebody who doesn't have, you know, Thonar and wants to clear this content, this works. Just make sure you have HP defense on these two, and you'll do good. And remember, she's hitting that damage cap number without attack crit. So a very, very good clear in my opinion. All right, take care, have fun. It's been it from me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, peace out, enjoy, and yeah, it's pretty much what I got for you.